Hey guys, what's going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. And I'm a little bit late to the game here, but we're going to be taking this all-new Taurus G3 to the range. It's been about 3 months since I've had any kind of a range test, and this is a new pistol that Taurus just came out with about a month ago. And it does have some great lineage with the PT111 G2 and the G2C, G2S series of pistols. And at around $230 to $250, I think it's a great deal. We're going to be testing it at 4 different distances with some 115 grain full metal jacket federal ammunition. We're also going to use some 124 grain polymer jacketed sport shooters ammunition, 9mm ammo. And if I get a chance, we'll pick up a box of some self-defensive ammunition too, maybe some critical defense or critical duty, something along those lines, and see how well it runs. And so again, 4 different distances, and then we're going to shoot some steel, and I'll give you my take on it. Being a big fan of the PT111 G2, this pistol does share a lot of those design cues, although the frame overall, obviously a little bit bigger, does fit the hand really well, and I'm excited to shoot it. And if it does perform well, it will serve as a truck gun or bedside gun. And again, like I said, it's a great deal. I did pick this up at SS Pawn, and I did purchase it. It was not a tester given to me from Taurus. I know a few channels got some pre-production copies from Taurus on the G3s. I did not, no big deal. But I did pick it up at SS Pawn in Lexington, Nebraska, and that contact information is on the screen if you guys want to pick one up too, so give Stan a call. Otherwise, guys, I think we'll go ahead and hit the range, and let's go have some fun. All right, so let's talk about the G3 real quick here. It's amazing I don't have a crazy wind today here in central Nebraska, but anyway, G3, very, very light shooter. Really reminds me of the M&P 9 in terms of the recoil that you feel when you shoot this thing. You got a great capacity. I'm noticing I'm about 4 or 5 magazines in right now, just kind of playing around, and starting to dig in a little bit in the palm, and that's okay because you definitely have a good purchase on it. A little bit slick towards where your fingers rest, and so it might be a good idea to maybe put some grip tape on the sides here, you know, especially if you ride your thumb up on here. I noticed that it was slipping out a little bit as I was firing. And as I was doing some triple taps, that third shot was going a little bit high. So even though the recoil is very well controlled, if you start to do some rapid fire, trigger is great, by the way, but if you do some rapid fire, I'm noticing that quite a bit of rise by the time I had that third shot. Double tap's not a problem at all. Let's go ahead and see how this prints on paper. We're going to start off with some 115 grain 9mm, and then we'll move to the 124, and then I've got some 147 grain Hornady XTP hollow points just to see how well it runs. All right, let's check it out. All right, just a little bit about the trigger. The trigger on this thing is great. It's got a nice tight wall that it comes upon. It's got a crisp, clean break to it. It doesn't pull as far back as the G2C or the PT111 G2 used to. It's got a nice short reset on it, nice thick trigger. Like I said, you definitely feel that wall. Probably the closest thing I've ever experienced to a Glock trigger on anything other than a Glock. Just in my opinion, that's just how it feels. So the trigger, not bad. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so I can see I definitely have some practice I need to do with this pistol. So started out nice and solid. Nice tight group. That was 5 yards and then 10 yards. And then we went 15 and 20. Things spread out a little bit. I would still say this is acceptable for self-defense. Low and to the left, man. I mean, I was trying to be very careful and deliberate with my trigger pulls. Sights might need just a little bit of adjustment. And then I just threw a couple headshots in there, did okay. I ran out of ammo before I could get that fourth one in, so that's not bad. But let's go ahead and try some 124 grain and see if we notice any difference in the accuracy or the recoil. Very controllable, very comfortable. Okay, that 124 grain is definitely a softer shooting round. I think part of it is you got more mass moving that bullet. Nice tight group. Either I'm warming up to the gun or I'm getting used to the trigger. I just had one little flyer, everything. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20 yards. Not bad. Headshots, not bad. A little high on this one. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Okay, let's go ahead and do some 147 grain XTP hollow point Hornady rounds and just see how those feel. See if I notice much of a difference in the recoil, much of a difference in the control of the firearm. And I've not fired that ammo before through this handgun, so I don't know what it's going to do. It could take me a few shots to figure it out. So we got 20 opportunities to make it work. Okay, so we're just going to do 10 yards, 147 grain Hornady XTP tip. Let me just zoom in on the target so you can see it has not been fired on yet. So you can, that's one of those reactive targets. It should light up with different colors as we hit it. Okay, let's back it out all the way. So just a simple 10 yards, 147 grain test. We're just going to run the magazine all the way through, and that is it. All right, here we go. Okay, no issues so far. Been running great. She's clear. I don't know. Pulling to the left. At least it's not jamming. It's running good. That's the most important thing we're testing with all this different ammo. Let's take a look at our results and see what happened. I was dead center over my target the whole time. I mean, I had the three dots lined up. I actually had my front sight covering this up. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but I usually don't pull this bad to the left anymore, so maybe it's me. I don't know. I mean, overall, I'm totally impressed with the pistol. Not a problem. At least we can see what the potential is. So one more time, that's the 147, which, again, I'd probably keep as a bedside ammo, but I tend to do critical defense instead, but still, all right. Over here is that 124 grain. All right, a little bit less kick to it than the 147, and then the 115, which was definitely a little more jumpy. So, all right, let's go and shoot some steel targets. All right, guys, so there you had it. We had a lot of fun with the Taurus G3 today. We put 3 different types of ammo through it, 3 different grain weights. Had a great time shooting it. It was definitely a lot of fun. It proved itself reliable, no problems whatsoever. Probably a little more accurate than the shooter. I wouldn't be surprised. It's been a couple months since I've been out to the range like I had mentioned earlier. So, you know, for sub $250, you know, pick one of these up. They're great guns. They'd be a great first pistol for somebody, a nice self-defensive pistol, maybe a truck gun, or just to have one around, right? They're just fun to shoot. Man, the grip texture, wonderful. Did not slide around in my hands. Again, like I said though earlier, the thumbs, they do slide a little bit if you're somebody that rides up on the frame. It is a little bit slick, so you might want to put something up on there, some skateboard tape or some grip tape or Talon tape, grip tape, whatever. And I think you might find it to be a little bit grippier in the hands at that point. But overall, no problems whatsoever. Would I recommend it? I would. Initially, you know, we want to put some more rounds through it, make sure it's not going to have any issues. We probably put, I don't know, maybe around 100 rounds through today, 150, not much, but just to get an initial feel for it. Yeah, definitely comfortable shooter. I do like it. So guys, we'll bring you a lot more footage of this pistol on the channel. I'm going to try it with a couple more grades of self-defense ammo. I'm going to move those sights around a little bit, see if I can't shift my sights over to the right a little, because I don't know, the way it was pulling with that Hornady ammo, excuse me, definitely kind of caught me off guard. But anyway, guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for watching this little test of the Taurus G3. Guys, you can like or subscribe. You can check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm on gunchannels.com, Gunstreamer, UGEtube, all over the place. If you want to support the channel directly, you can do so over on patreon.com/TravisP11. If not, no big deal. Like and subscribe, mash that bell. So guys, I want you to stay tuned. We got a lot more footage of this pistol coming your way. So have fun, be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, y'all take care and have a good week. Bye-bye.